Hello everyone, Triple S back here with some more Sakura Angels, and I've decided to try something a little differently this time. Instead of doing like recording for 20 minutes, then saying I'll see you all next time, and then recording and starting the recording again, I'm just going to record for like almost 2 straight hours, and then I'm going to edit the videos up from that, kind of like what the Yogscast does, but I am probably not going to do the whole, showing a little bit of the previous episode from the last episode that was at the end, where it just like goes back in time and shows you the end of the last episode. I'm probably not gonna do that because that would just be too much work. But anyway, let's carry on with some more Sakura Angels. Somehow, I just about barely make it to class. It was a photo finish through the door right as the bell rang, but I made it. Taking a moment to catch my breath, I dragged myself up to my desk, the teacher arriving almost seconds after I collapsed into the chair. Too close. None of the other students seemed too bothered by my late entrance. Though at this point, maybe this is what they expect of me anyway. It had been pretty late at times, even missing the bell entirely some days. Mostly due to sleeping in. At least this time I had an actual reason for cutting it so close. However, after what happened earlier, I think it's going to be impossible for me to focus on the lesson. I begin to wonder if I'll ever get an explanation of whatever the heck that was that just happened. Impossibly tall creatures, girls wielding magic weapons. No matter how I look at it, my brain refuses to accept it as reality. It goes against everything I know. I scrub through my hair, a faint headache still ringing at the back of my head. Being lucky enough to have a seat situated by the window, I let my gaze wander out, my eyes vacant as I stare into the clear blue sky. The teacher is doing his usual morning speech, no doubt talking about the upcoming events of our school, but his words are just a dull mumble in my ears, my mind miles away. Those girls knew me by name, and no matter how far I delve back through my memories, thank you motorbike, it's clear I've never seen them in my life. At least I don't think I've seen them before. I think hard. Maybe too hard to the point my eyes begin to strain. Nope, nothing. I can't recall a single thing that might shed light on this. Defeated for now, I tune back into the classroom while still keeping my sights set on the sky, the teacher's voice becoming clear once more. Now, I think it's a bit sudden, but as of today, we have 2 transfer students that will be joining our class. Transfer students? At this time of the year? It's a bit late to be joining, don't you think? Even the teacher sounds confused as he announces them. And not just 1, but 2? Why do I get the feeling there's something off about this? Almost as if it's tied into what happened earlier. No, it couldn't be. I'd like you all to make them feel welcome as they transition in. What did you say your names were? I'm Sayaka. It's nice to meet you all. I hope we can all get along. I bolt upright in my seat, my head snapping towards the front of the classroom. That upbeat voice. Is it really? Sure enough, 2 girls I'd never thought I'd see again are stood before me. In my school. In my classroom no less, wearing the school's official uniform. The cheerful one, Sayaka, bows politely to the class, flashing me a grin as her eyes pass over me. What? What is this? The other girl is as courteous, her arms crossed and her brow furrowed. She doesn't look pleased to be here, at all. A gaze passes over me too, but rather than a smile, she gives me a nasty glare. Is she blaming me for this? Sure feels like it. The grumpy one beside me here is Hikari. Go on, say hi. Hey, don't. Sayaka gives her a playful push and stumbles to the centre of the classroom, everyone's eyes upon her. She looks like she's at loss for words, her mouth open and closing as her face gradually goes red. I guess she doesn't cope well under the spotlight. I'm Hikari. Nice to meet you all. She trails off into a murmur before spinning on her heel and storming her way back to Sayaka, practically hiding behind her. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? Hikari simmers with silent rage, her hands balled up into tight fists, practically shaking. I'm sure she wasn't in a classroom full of people. Things might have gotten violent here. With their instructions over, the teacher motions for them to take their seats. Wait a second. I only just realised where the only spare seats in the classroom are. One of them is right behind me, with a window view too, and the other is to my right. So that means they'll both be sitting next to me? Actually, it's pretty convenient. You can finally ask them just what the heck I think they're doing. Sayaka, with a spring in her step, waltzes towards the desk behind me. Hikari stomps her way over and takes the other desk. I lean out from my desk to try and catch their attention, but I'm cut short by the teacher, who resumes whatever it is he was talking about before. Damn it. I don't want to get in trouble for talking during class. I'll have to wait until the break. That's 2 lessons away, though. Twice is practically an eternity, which is practically eternity twice. Bleh. I swing back around to the front of my desk. I can't do anything right now, so I'll just pay attention to the teacher and... Ah, no! How can I pay attention to anything when 2 magical girls are sitting near me? I want answers now. Drumming my fingers against the desk as the teacher continues to drone on, I try to think of a way around this. It's better I don't speak during class, so... Ah! Of course, it's so obvious. I dig to my skull bag and plot my notebook and pencil. I'll just pass them a note. Simple and silent. It's a bit of an immature means of communicating, I'll admit, but I'm desperate here. I scribble down my message. What are you guys doing here? I may as well get straight to the point. I tear the page out, almost ripping it in half in the process. Only one question is left. Who do I give this note to? Sayaka. It's going to be hard to pass a note to someone directly behind me without looking too suspicious. I get the feeling Sayaka might actually want to respond. Kicking back in my chair, I lean backwards and slip the note onto her desk whilst keeping my eyes forward as if I were a good student who was actually paying attention to the lesson at hand. At least, I think I managed to give her the note. After a minute or two of twiddling my thumbs, I begin to lose faith in my plan. Maybe this was... Something suddenly taps my shoulder, the same page I turn out from my pad before floating down to my desk. Success! Written below, my own hastily scrawled, just barely legible messages, one in far neater handwriting and accompanied by a smiley face. We're here to protect you, silly. Protect me? Right. I remember her saying something about being my guardian angels and that they're keeping a closer eye on me. This is ridiculous. I scribbled down my reply, writing so fast I have to cross out a word several times before I finally get it right. Okay, I get that part, but do you really need to be this close? How did you guys even manage to get enrolled? Did you forget how close you were to being chopped on this morning? We're not going to let that happen again. And as far as we got in, well, and as for how we got in, let's just say we could be very persuasive. Yeah. You actually right, sir. Ah, whatever. At least she gave me an answer. Somewhat. Now think about it, the teacher did look a little confused as he introduced them. I'm guessing they wormed their way into here with whatever magic powers they have. It's a bit scary, actually. Magic. I use that word so casually, I just gleeked everywhere. Lovely. Am I just accepting its existence now? No. I guess given the evidence, it's a bit hard not to, but I'm still going to remain sceptical. The first lesson of the day goes on at an agonisingly slow pace. I can't focus on a thing no matter how hard I try. After what seems like an eternity, the bell finally rings, announcing the end of the lesson. There's still another lesson to go before break time though. This makes it impossible to talk with the girls, especially since the next lesson is PE, where the boys and girls are separated. Ah, why is life so complicated? After reluctantly getting changed for PE, I'm soon in the schoolyard with the male half of our class. Much like the first lesson, I find it hard to pay attention to the PE teacher as he goes through our basic warm-up exercises. I follow the exercises just about with as much enthusiasm as a zombie. The rest of the lesson is sort of a blur, at least until some of the male students start to look towards the track field where the girls are. They're staring in amazement, some even rubbing at their eyes as if it couldn't be real. What's so amazing? What you guys were looking at? I muscle into the crowd that's formed so I can actually get a good look at the field. No way. The girls are running on the track, which is an amazing thing in itself, but it's who's running on the track that makes it such an unreal sight. Sayaka is blazing across the track, practically a blur as she leaves the others in the dust. She's literally running circles around them. She doesn't look tired or exhausted at all either, save for the beads of sweat creeping up. In fact, she has a big smile on her face, clearly enjoying it all. If it wasn't obvious before, these girls are on a completely different level. I'm sure she's breaking several kinds of records right here. The other girls in the group helplessly trail behind her, their expressions ranging from sheer confusion to envy. Some of those girls are well, I guess were now, top of their class when it came to track 2, but she's making them all look like snails in comparison. I can't imagine how they must feel being shot up by someone who hasn't even been here a day. I was going to say a whole day then, but I can hardly keep my eyes on her. She seems to just get a little faster with each loop she makes around the track. It won't be long now before she becomes just one big blur encircling the place. Is she even human? I'm starting to begin to doubt it here with this superhuman display. I think even the top athletes in this country couldn't compare to her. While Sayaka is hogging the spotlight here, there's someone missing in all this. Her far grumpier counterpart, Hikari. If anything, shouldn't she be neck and neck with Sayaka? I scan the one trailing behind, but can't find her either. Just where... oh. Behind even the other girls being let in Sayaka's dust, I see someone dragging their feet, a sour expression on their face. She's just walking, her arms folded like usual. I wonder if her arms are glued like that. She isn't even trying. She's really have not wanted to enroll here. Must have been Sayaka's idea entirely. What are you all staring at? Come on, let's get back to it. Apparently, all forgetting we had our own lesson at hand, the teacher calls us back to reality, forcing us all to reluctantly stop gawking at the girls. The rest of the PE lesson goes by without anything much of note happening, and then finally, the lunch break arrives. I spot the magic girls in the classroom casually chatting away with some of the other students. I didn't think they'd be able to make friends already. Though after Sayaka's little display earlier, she's probably the talk of the class. Oh, Genta. Hi there. She gives me a wave and a cheery smile, but I can hardly say I do the same. Okay, yeah, hi. Look, can we talk? Huh? Go for it. No, not here. I mean, can we talk somewhere in private? Crap. That might have come out weird. Getting weird looks from everyone in the class, a few of them break into whispers and giggles. Even Sayaka is feeling surprised, despite full well knowing what I mean. Oh my, this is a bit sudden. I don't know what to say. Come on, stop messing around. I've been dying to talk to you, both of you, since this morning. Oh god. I made it worse, didn't I? I somehow turned this into looking like one of those most awkward confessions ever. You're always this forward with girls you've just met. She giggles, going along with the continued painful stares from the class. Well, if she's going to be like this, I have no choice. It's going to make me look even worse for the class, but I need answers. I take a deep breath to steel myself. And then... What? Hey, what are you doing? I grab her by the wrist, pulling her along towards the classroom door, whether she likes it or not. Given what I witnessed before, I'm sure she could have me flat on the floor if she was truly opposed to this. I think she's just messing around at this point, though. And you two, come with me. Ah! Who said you could touch me? With my free hand, I take hold of Hikari's wrist, no doubt cementing myself as some sort of deviant within my class. Thankfully, they both follow along without too much resistance. Ignoring the brunt of Hikari's verbal abuse, I continue onto the doorway. I just have to find somewhere quiet where no one will hear us discuss this magic and monster business. The question is... Ah! Oof. Not ah. Oof. Oh, another girl. In all my haste to escape the classroom with both girls in tow, I crashed into someone who was already making their way through the door. She stumbles backwards, looking slightly dazed. Thankfully, she doesn't look hurt. Are you okay? Sorry about that. I offer her an apologetic smile. Who is she again? Supposed to be from my class. I can't recall her name at all, though. It's fine. She speaks in a cold tone, her equally cold eyes locked onto my own in an intense stare that completely betrays her words. Yikes. I guess she has a reason to be annoyed given my clumsiness, but this is a look of pure hate. Okay then. Confirming she's okay, I continue on with Hikari and Sayaka. They're protesting, mostly from Hikari's side, increasing the volume. I can't even begin to imagine what this must look like for people passing by. I'm sure even as I head for the stairs, that girl is still staring at me. Did I do something to annoy her? I mean, besides the clumsiness from today, of course. I can't worry about her for now. I have bigger problems to worry about. Namely, 2 big problems, one in each hand of mine. Emerging onto the roof, I'm thankful to see it's devoid of life. Safely walled by tall mesh fences, the roof is technically a spot students can spend their break at, but it really isn't that popular. I would love to have a roof on my university I can go and hang out at. It's like benches and I can sit in the sun. Well, I mean the UK, so I don't have sun, but anyway, works for me. Okay, I can hear you guys explain this whole mess. I release both of their wrists simultaneously. Sayaka bounces happily, completely unbothered, while Hikaru on the other hand rubs at her wrist as if I had assaulted her. This music reminds me think of Phoenix Wright. This time, how about you ask before you go grabbing someone like that? You're lucky we're in a public place, so I'd have sliced you in two. Oh, this is exciting. Is this going to be one of those confessions I've heard so much about? Confession? To who? Both of us? I clicked on it and register. What the heck are they even... I shake my head. This isn't a confession. You know full well what this is about. You feel my face burning up. Really is exhausting dealing with them. Sayaka gives me a teasing smile before bursting into a giggle. Apparently this is the funniest thing in the world to her. I know. You want an actual explanation for all of this, don't you? I just couldn't help myself. Thank you. Without a sigh, my shoulders drooping. Finally. So, what did you want to know about first? Who exactly are you guys? What was that monster? How long are you going to stay here? Let's go with the first one. Okay, this should be an obvious one to ask. Asked it before, but only got the vague answer of them being my supposed guardian angels. I'm hoping she feels more generous right now, though. Well, I'm Sayaka, and this is Carrie. Did you forget our names already, silly? I might actually rip my hair out here. I opened my mouth to once more say that she knows damn well that's not what I mean, but it seems she's way ahead of me. In all seriousness, I'm not really sure how much I'm allowed to say. We're already bending the rules as it is with showing ourselves to you. I mean, really, this whole thing is a complete disaster. Why did you have to cause us so many problems? Hey, it's not my fault. I think. Just be thankful you're so important to me, or we could have left you to get eaten by that thing. The realization of what she said slowly dawns on her. It was quite fun to watch her usually grumpy face gradually go red before she stomps in a fluster. Hey, I mean, important to us. Us. Smooth. Sayaka giggles and gives her a playful punch on the shoulder. Huh. Ah! Gary responds in kind by giving her a wallop to the shoulder with nothing playful about it. Are these two even partners? Anyway, I try my best to keep things on track, though I'm sure it won't be long before it devolves into violence again. I think the most we can tell you is... we're not from around here. Rather, we were sent here specifically to ensure your safety. Do you belong to some sort of group? Wait, are there more of you with these weird powers? I might have said too much already. She rubs at the back of her head with a grin that pretty much says, whoops. Probably won't be able to get any more info out of her on this subject. For today at least. Maybe if I catch her off guard another day, she might let more slip. So, was there anything else you wanted to know? What was that monster? I want to know more about what the heck that thing was that they saved me from earlier. A shadow, I think she called it. I'm guessing there are more of those things lurking out there. And they're after me? Well, in this particular case they are. Though, usually they're not so aggressive. But they've always been around lurking in the shadows. It's really weird. I've never seen one so brave as to attack someone in broad daylight. It was like something had gotten it really riled up. Or maybe... She falls into thought... God damn it, I accidentally right-clicked. She falls into thought, leaving Hikaru and I to stand awkwardly, exchanging even more awkward glances. Sayaka? She snaps out of her stupor, blinking back to reality. Huh? Oh, sorry. Don't worry, it's nothing. What the heck did I do to annoy these monsters anyway? So what you did, it's because of who you are. Who I am? Yeah, your blood. Sayaka! Ah! Okay. Sorry. Sayaka is cut off by an ear-piercing cry from Hikaru. Ow. I guess I'll never know now. Hikaru seems adamant about keeping this a secret. He doesn't need to know any of that. It's better this way. Sort out the problem at hand, and then we can finally leave this horrible school. You're no fun. You're right though. Sorry, Kenta. She gives me an apologetic look. She really sounds sincere too. like she's practically bursting to tell me, but just can't. No use pressing it, I suppose. Maybe one day. Anything else you wanted to know? This is an important one. Just exactly how long did they plan on staying here to watch over me? Sayaka pulls a frown at my question, a genuinely sad-looking one that tugs at my heartstrings. Was it really that bad? It's almost like you don't want us around. Are we that much of a nuisance? Damn it. Why should you have to phrase it like that? That's clearly not what I meant. I think. It's just, as long as they're here, I'm sure there's going to be nothing but trouble in my life. Oh, come on, I didn't mean it like... She suddenly burst into a bright beaming smile again, almost blinding me. I know. You're just easy to mess with. I just couldn't help myself. This girl. I accidentally right-clicked again. She breaks into a laugh. One I'm sure can be heard by the entire school from all the way up here. We won't be here long, I promise. Just until we sorted things out. I guess you can't tell me what needs to be sorted out. She puts a thick finger to her nose and winks. I thought so. Top secret and all that. But we're in the process of figuring this whole mess out. It shouldn't take long. Maybe a couple of days. A week at the most. A week? If it was up to me, we'd be gone by tomorrow. I hate this place. It's so noisy. Well, if somebody was more useful and helped me instead of just complaining all the time, we might get things done quicker, huh? Whoa, she said that without her smile faltering one bit. Her tone just as cheery despite the biting words. That's kind of scary. Even Ikari has no argument against that, those words causing her to fall silent as she shrinks back from a deceptively bright partner. Moving on. Well, there's not really much to know, is there? Because it's all for now. I guess that's all our time for now. I think the bell for the second half is about to... Yep. Come on, I clicked. There it is. Oh? Time to go back now, is it? She stretches her arms into the air, giving a small yawn. Well, I hope we were able to clear things up a little. Something like that. Come on, I don't want to be late. Sayaka bounds for the stairs as if we were some sort of race. Her partner trailing behind, she gives me one last look. She stops, her eyes cast downward for the moment before flickering back up. Hey, what's up? Nothing. It's nothing. And like that, she disappears down the stairs too, leaving me alone on the roof. Huh. I wonder what that was about. I guess I should follow after them. I don't want to be late again. As I start for the stairs, my stomach makes a terrifying sound. One that screams for food. Oh, right. In all my head to figure out what the girls were doing, I neglected to get any lunch at all. Ah.